In the third tutorial of MS Project, we are going to learn how to organize a task into different phases or organizing multiple tasks into different phases. आप देख सकते हैं the third option is organize tasks into phases. As soon as you will click here, you will see that it is asking you to organize it in creating a hierarchy where tasks are similar or will be completed in the same time frame. Indent them. So what is indenting and outdenting? So in this arrow is टेलिंग यू इंडेंटिंग एंड दिस एरो इज टेलिंग यू आउटडेंटिंग. तो अब ये है क्या, ये एरो यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ जी इंडेंटिंग. Alt plus shift plus right is the shortcut key and outdenting is Alt plus shift plus left. So let me show you what is indenting and outdenting. So I have inserted a new task here by right clicking here and new task, and I have given here substructure, and similarly here as well I have inserted a new task and I have written here superstructure. Now I have to make all these activities underneath a part of the substructure and all these activities are part of the superstructure. So for doing that, you have to select all of these activities and just click on this green button which tells you it is indent. Click here, and as soon as you will click here, you will be seeing that all the activities have become a part of the substructure. So अब ये minimize और maximize हो रही है. तो ये सारी activities अब substructure के अंदर चली गई हैं, एक स्टेप राइट मूव कर चुकी हैं. सो आई एम गोइंग टू डू द सेम टास्क अगेन. सेलेक्ट ऑल द एक्टिविटीज अंडरनीथ द सुपरस्ट्रक्चर एंड देन क्लिक ऑन इंडेंटिंग. नाउ यू कैन सी दिस सबस्ट्रक्चर एंड सुपरस्ट्रक्चर्स आर कोलैप्सिबल. आप इसको कोलैप्स कर सकते हैं और सारी एक्टिविटीज आपकी, ये सारी एक्टिविटीज आपकी सबस्ट्रक्चर्स में है, ये वाली सारी एक्टिविटीज आपकी सुपरस्ट्रक्चर के अंदर. इफ यू वांट टू डू आउटडेंटिंग, तो सेलेक्ट ऑल द एक्टिविटीज, क्लिक ऑन दिस बटन आउटडेंट और द शॉर्टकट की. तो अब आप देख सकते हैं कि ये सारी अपने अपने लेवल के ऊपर आ चुकी हैं. दैट इज आप लोगों को किसी को नहीं पता व्हाट इज अ वर्क ब्रेकडाउन स्ट्रक्चर. वी हैव टू ब्रेक डाउन द डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ वन कंप्लीट प्रोजेक्ट into further smaller parts which is known as a work breakdown structure. They all have the different levels of work. वो भी मैं आपको बता दूंगा आगे चलते चलते कि कैसे WBS बनाते हैं या what is a work breakdown structure. So in this MS project you have to further organize the tasks into different phases by the options of indenting and outdenting. So this is in this way you are going to do the indenting and outdenting. So let's say we have to click here. Now we have to schedule the tasks. It is a very important option and it means that which activity, let me read it for you. Often a task start or finish depends on the start or finish of another task. It means that if one activity is finished, then the next activity will be starting. So यूजुअली दिस इज़ द सेम वे. इसी तरह होता है कि एक एक्टिविटी पहले ख़त्म होती है फिर आप दूसरी एक्टिविटी स्टार्ट करते हैं. लेकिन जब आपके पास टाइम फ्रेम का इशू हो कि आपने जल्दी काम ख़त्म करना है और लेबर ज़्यादा आपके पास, तो आप मल्टीपल एक्टिविटीज़ भी स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल 20% आपकी एक्सकेवेशन हो चुकी है, तो आप अगली एक्टिविटी कॉम्पैक्शन जो है वो उन 20% की स्टार्ट करवा सकते हैं. तो साथ साथ एक्सकेवेशन होती जाएगी और साथ साथ कॉम्पैक्शन होती जाएगी. इस तरह आपका टाइम बचता जाएगा. सो लेट्स सी, वी हैव टू गिव दीज links, which is there are two options. आप दो options से कर सकते हैं इसको. अभी आप देख सकते हैं कि ये सारी एक्टिविटीज सेम डे पे स्टार्ट हो रही हैं जो कि फ्राइडे है, एंड वी हैव टू मेक श्योर दैट वन एक्टिविटी इज फिनिश्ड देन द नेक्स्ट एक्टिविटी स्टार्ट्स. So the most easiest way of doing this thing is go to the column of predecessors and leave the first activity, or let me show you what predecessor we have to give to the first activity. Go to the second activity of any phase. आप second activity पे जाएंगे and see its number here, the number row number which is assigned here as 4 and the previous number was 3. So it means that the layout will only be started once the clearing and grubbing of the site या area has been completed. So now the predecessor means the previous activity, the activity which is preceding. Now the predecessor of layout will be clearing and grubbing. We have to tell MS Project that this activity will be started once this activity is completed. So for doing that, click on the predecessors row in front of the layout and assign the previous activity's row number. We have to give a predecessor of layout. You can see the row number here. It is 3. the row number assigned to clearing and grubbing is 3, and the predecessor of layout is clearing and grubbing, or you can say the predecessor of fourth row is the third row. So in the predecessors column, in this cell you have to write here the previous activity is row number, which is 3. Let's say 3, and I'm going to hit enter. As soon as I click enter, you can see this activity has moved to after starting after finishing the previous activity. So this activity, which is layout, will be starting once the clearing and grubbing is finished. So going to do the same step. Now this predecessors, in this cell I am going to write the activity number or the row number of layout. So predecessor of excavation will be layout, which is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So now you can see the Gantt chart prepared, and all the days of Sunday are excluded because Sunday is a holiday, and this MS project is not going to not going to include that in a holiday in the calculation of your project's duration. So now let's say that we are going to start the superstructure once the substructure is completed. So the shuttering of columns now will be started after the curing of foundations. Now you will not be giving the 15 as a predecessor. You have to give 14 because that is the predecessor number of the activity. So I'm going to write here 14. As soon as I clicked, you can see it moved here. So after 14, we have to write not 15, 16. And now 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22. So you can see the project starts from here and it finishes on this date. Now we have to link this activity as well. So we'll be giving the predecessor of 1. So now all the activities have been moved. Initially the duration is not given, and we have to estimate the duration, how much time will be spent on the clearing and grubbing, how much time will be spent on the layout, excavation. Of course it depends on the project's area कि कितनी बड़ी आपकी site है, how much bigger is your project site and how much work is required. The amount of work required is directly proportional to the amount of time spent. So that one thing you can get from the experience. Or the second way is there is one book from which you can estimate the number of man hours and of all the activities. The book's name is Estimator's General Man Hour Manual. I will be showing you, and the link is also available to download. So in these just very quick tutorial, we have just learned that how to indent and outdent these activities, and after doing that we have to assign the predecessors, that with one activity will be starting and then the next activity will be starting once the first activity is finished. So if you have to change the type of link, that I want to start the next activity with the first activity, let's say I want to start the layout and clearing and grubbing at the same time. For doing that, double click here and then go to predecessors tab. When you will go there, you will be finding the type of link you want to establish there. Finish to start, start to start, finish to finish, start to finish. Now by the name it is very easy. Start to start means that the both activities will be starting at the same time. Finish to finish means that the both activities will be finishing at the same time. So you can see one by one all of these activities, एक एक करके आप इनको लगा के देख सकते हैं. Let me show you fun one. Start to start. As soon as I click here, you have to see this, that this activity, this Gantt charts activity changes its position. So now you can see that both of these activities are starting at the same time, at the same day, at the same date, because we have given it a start to start link. When we are going to give it a finish to finish link, now they are both finishing at the same time. The arrow moves. If I'm going to give it a start to finish to start link, then one activity, previous activity finishes and then the next activity starts. So this is the type of links available. if you want to give a lag in between two activities, you can also give a lag. Let's say कि जी आपकी एक एक्टिविटी खत्म हुई, उसके बाद आपने कुछ दिन सब्र करना है. Let's say आपकी कंस्ट्रक्शन नहीं हुई है, you want to give the time of curing. So let's say I'm going to give it lag of 1 day to the layout. जैसे ही मैंने एक दिन का इसको लैग दिया, ये एक्टिविटी लेआउट की, दिस एक्टिविटी शिफ्टेड फ्रॉम दिस पॉइंट टू दिस पॉइंट एंड नो वर्क इज बीइंग कैरिड आउट ऑन दिस डे. इस दिन कोई काम नहीं हो रहा क्योंकि इट इज जस्ट अ लैग. हमने एक एक्टिविटी को डिले किया है, लैग किया है कि एक दिन बाद स्टार्ट हो. तो आई एम गोइंग टू जस्ट गिव इट 0 लैग ताकि ये वापस आ जाए अपनी जगह पे. तो ये था जी प्रोसीजर, आप लैग कैसे दे सकते हैं. एंड दिस वाज जस्ट अबाउट हाउ टू ऑर्गेनाइज द टास्क इनटू फेजेस एंड हाउ टू स्केड्यूल द टास्क. इन द नेक्स्ट ट्यूटोरियल वी आर गोइंग टू फर्दर लर्न कि ये इसके आगे इसकी ड्यूरेशन कैसे देनी है और हम इसको आगे रिसोर्सेज कैसे असाइन करेंगे. सो थैंक यू, अल्लाह हाफिज़.